Hey, it's me, it's Brand T here with the Painting with Magic show. And today I thought we'd start this new season off and we'll start doing more details on the show. I can't wait to get started on this season because I got so much planned out for you guys. Today I have an 18 by 24 canvas, something new that we haven't used before on the show. So we're going to try to get into different size canvases as well because I get so many questions on different sizes. And I have the old Amazing White already on the canvas for us. If we go down to the palette, the color should be going across the screen for you. But I have some titanium white, cadmium yellow light, cadmium orange, Grumbacher red, alizarin crimson, phthalo-yellow green, sap green, dioxazine purple, burnt umber, ivory black, and some ultramarine blue deep. And these are all Grumbacher pre-tested old colors. You can find them at your local art supply store. Great stuff. So let's go ahead and get started with it. I'm going to take my old 2-inch landscape brush. I'm going to a little bit of the ultramarine blue. A little bit of that on here. Not want too much. Ultramarine blue is kind of it's not a very powerful blue, but it's a great shadow blue for mountains, and it's a great overall blue. So let's get a little bit on the old 2-inch brush. I'm coming here, get a little bit up here. Let's get it on. Don't want too much today. I just want a little bit of a sky, because the sky I'm not really worried about too much. I just want a little bit of sky up here. Don't want too much going on. So I just throw a little bit of that blue up here. Okay. Kind of a light blue sky. Anytime you're doing more detailed in your paintings, the sky, and unless you're doing a more sky painting, then don't really focus on your sky too much. Because it can take away from your focal point and your main center of interest. Alrighty, so we got a little of that. Go in here and take a little bit more of that blue. Just a little bit more. And we're going to do some water. And we can do water a couple different ways. If we want more of kind of a closer up water, maybe some kind of like how we would do with watercolor. You can just graze it and you get all these nice little bumps and light shimmers going across your water. Now, this canvas has a stretcher bar in the middle, for a support bar. And if you're using 18 by 24 canvas or anything bigger than that, they're going to have those. You can cut them out if you don't like to have those bars in there. But you can get rid of those by just rubbing them. You should be able to get rid of them. Shouldn't be too much of a trouble. So we have a little bit of water today. Alrighty. Let's take an old 1-inch brush. It's the same type of bristle. It's just a half size. Okay. So we'll take a little bit of the titanium white and we'll just get a little bit of that on there. Oh, it's coming off my palette. There we go. And I just want some nice puffy clouds back there. And these are not going to be very detailed clouds. They're just going to be back here just so we can have something going on in our sky today. I might even do a little bit of that. I don't want too much up here. Okay. Just a little bit. Alright, so I think that's pretty good for our sky. We don't want too much going on. I'm going to go ahead and take a filbert brush, just a number 6 filbert, and I'm going to go ahead and start. I want a nice little mountain back here. I just want a little bit of a mountain. So I'll take a little ivory black, and I'm going to mix it right here where the blue's at. Just a little bit, not too dark of a color, just a nice tone. Okay, we can come up here and we can check that out and see what we got. Depending on how far away you want your mountains to go. Okay. Now, whenever I paint, it's not always true, but I like to keep my middle section, of a mountain the highest of the peaks. It just looks better that way for me. Okay. So we got very, very, very little paint up here. And we can just scrub it down. Very little paint. Okay. I don't want too much. I'm kind of rearrange myself a little bit. I may want that a little bit darker. So, get a little more of the ultramarine blue, ivory black, just a little bit of that. Now you can gray blue by just using a little bit of orange. Orange is a beautiful color, and it grays down blue because it's a complementary color. Okay, and it makes such a great tone for back here. You can even add a little bit of purple in if you wanted to. But yeah, there we go. It's a little bit darker. Just a little bit darker. Okay, now leave some areas for some nice mist to go in here. You can go ahead and start designing your mist already without having to put it on. Little bitty tiny hair right there, looks like. Okay. Alrighty. Let's go back into our 1-inch brush with a little titanium white on it, and we're just going to come here and just use a circular motion just to bring this down a little bit. The secrets of wet on wet painting is to use less paint and work it up. So the thinner the paint is, the more layers you're going to be able to add to it. So you have a lot of paint up here, it's going to be a devil of a time to get nice details or nice soft mist unless you let the painting dry. And there are some techniques like that you want your painting to dry a little bit, so you can get some nicer mist. Okay, so we have a nice little mist going on. Let's take a fan brush. I think I'll take a number 3 today, just a number 3. And we'll use a little of that. I may even grab a little bit of Amazing White. I have a little bit laying down here. Okay, just a little bit. And I want to come here and do a little circular motion with just one corner. Okay, just grab it on. And it's going to make nice fog going all the way up this mountain. How far, ever far you want to take it. Just a little touch of Amazing White, just so it'll go over top of these darker areas. Okay, I like that pretty well. Now we want to start working on bringing everything up into the foreground. So we have a mountain here. You can even add another mountain in here if you wanted to. Maybe one with more details on it, and maybe some snow coming off if you want to. But I don't want to do that. I want some foothills going on. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of foothills. So let's take a little bit of some phthalo yellow green. A little bit of cadmium yellow light together. Then we take a little bit of this color used for the mountain. Now this is a great way to get color harmony in your painting. This way that everything kind of connects. That's what you want in your paintings, especially in your composition. You want everything to kind of connect, your colors to connect. That way everything harmonizes, and it just makes it more of a nicer painting. You can keep working on one area and just keep mixing in everything together. So we'll see how dark this is up here. Okay, we'll start designing in some. So I want a small little piece back here sticking out. There may be a bigger one right through here. Okay, and we can use this color to draw, and maybe there's another, be another one or something right through here. Okay. Okay, I like that quite well. Alrighty. We'll take a same color and we'll just fill this up here. Okay, you can just crunch your brush into it. This crunching the brush will just open up the bristles, okay? It'll just open up just a little bit. One side is flat, one side's more open. You can see that. Okay, and this is a more older filbert brush anyway, so it'll be a little easier. But once you crunch on one side, and this way we come in here and we can start to tap. When you tap these trees, you want these to have nice little open areas coming out of them. This is far away, but still you see those nice trees. Some of those textures, just a little bit of textures back here. Okay, I think I want to make this in a little darker, so that's to bring everything out. We'll take some sap green. We'll toss some sap green in there, right in that same little color. And we're going to take a little bit of Leisure Crimson. Okay. That's a little bit of crimson. This will make it just a little bit darker. We can test it. Always test your colors. If you're painting and you go straight too dark, you're not going to be able to lighten it up. So go to a medium tone and then build it up. So we'll see where we're at up here. I want to go darker. So I'll take a little more crimson. That's going to make it too red. So we're going to take a little more green to that. Okay. That should make a very nice color now. That should be right where we want it. The reason I use the crimson for it because red and green are complementary colors and they'll gray each other out and it'll make a darker green to the browning side. Okay. So we can kind of see, there we go, that's a nice color. And the amazing one, we'll lighten it up as well. Okay. We can go out there about like that. Okay. And by doing this, it makes all these beautiful little tree tops sticking up. Okay, you can see my stroke is going down. You want this more to go up. Okay. Make it a little more blue. Crimson, some sap green. And throw a little touch of black in there. Okay, you can already see there's already some layers coming here, but it's changing a little bit of the color. You can change a little bit of the color. You can get so many layers happening. Okay, so there we go. And then we continue to fill this area up. You can continue using the filbert brush, or you can use a 1-inch brush, whatever you want to use. I'm just going to continue using this brush so I can get all these nice little things happening inside it. Okay. You can even touch a little touch of purple to add to it. It'll make a nice mixture with it. The purple's a great mixing color. Now you gotta remember, we're going to have some mist come through here. So don't get carried away with it. You want to leave some open areas. This will help you create that nice, beautiful mist. So how far you want to go? Maybe you want to go up, maybe farther over here. Maybe a little down this way. It's however you want to create your mist. Okay. Okay, I don't think we're going to see anything over here. So. Okay, so after we get our trees in there, we're going to go and grab our 1-inch brush. And we can add just a little bit of titanium white to it. You can crunch. I'll grab a little paper towel. A trick to painting a lot of times is using a paper towel. Is taking, when you crunch up some of this color, just wipe some of it off on a paper towel. And then come back. And crunch. Okay, now what I can do is I can actually lower this clamp up here down. That way that it'll hold nicely. Okay. Alrighty. Beautiful. I remember driving back, like we drive down to like the family reunions and like that from Lexington all into eastern Kentucky. And you see those trees, those beautiful mountains. And you see all that nice fog in between them and stuff, and early in the morning, and it's beautiful. I remember going to school like that, and all those beautiful mountains in the morning with all that fog, and just beautiful to see it. It's beautiful. So you know, you can make the dirty fog or you can make it clean. And by keeping this brush wiped off, you can make it more cleaner colored. Now once it's dry, you can add even more in here. Now we'll take the fan brush, a little bit of the fan brush. Okay, so we're just going to take our number 3 fan brush and we're going to come in here and just show you how to build this back out, because we just took the 1-inch brush to blend it down a little bit. Or here's the Hake brush. You can even use the Hake brush to blend it a little bit, to soften it down just a little bit more. This way, whenever your next layer goes on top of it, you can make it even brighter. So this Hake brush is such a soft brush, you can tone down these colors. Okay. And then we go right back up here. You can even take again a touch of Amazing White. Just a little bit, and bring it out some more. Now these are not going to be as good as if it was dry. So if it was dry, you can make some beautiful, beautiful fog effects. And we may even let this dry and maybe do a special episode, or maybe if we go into a part 2 of this episode, we can do that. Okay. So I think that looks pretty good. Okay. Alrighty. So we'll go into the next little foothill, or whatever the little mountain is. We'll take a little more purple, and the purple is, like, again, it's a great mixing color because it's got red, it's got blue already in it, and some sap green, and we can start to just tap this. You see, it's a lot darker color. The amazing white will dilute it just a little bit, and it'll allow you to create layers. Okay. Now the new shows I'm sitting down in them, the reason I'm sitting down for it, because we built this new studio and I have a fireplace over here, and I want you to be able to see that fireplace, so I'm sitting down for the new show. Someone asked if there was something wrong with me or something, and no, I'm doing fine, doing good. I just want to, you know, let people know that it's because we built this new studio when you see this fireplace. Okay. So I'm doing alright. I just want to make that clear. Okay, so we're doing these nice little up and down strokes, but I want you to see right in here as we go. We can barely touch the brush and tap and get some beautiful individual tree tops coming in, because this is what these are, is the little tree tops. Okay. Okay. And you just bring it down to wherever you want to go. Alright. See, it's a great technique to get that mist in there. Now the reason I'm leaving this open here is I plan on having a beautiful cherry blossom, whatever they're called, tree in here. I'm leaving it open because if we're going to do this wet on wet and you want that nice beautiful pinks and stuff to come through, we're going to paint around the tree. So I'll show you how to do that maybe in the in this episode. Hopefully, if we have to go to the next one, I'll show you in that one. Okay, so just decide how much mist you want to see. Just decide. Okay, more purple. This DIOXAZINE purple. Touch of black, touch of blue. Okay. Alrighty. If you'd like to learn how to do this painting, maybe in your local area, you can go to my website at brownthomasart.com, and you can find one of my art instructors near you, so you can take workshops just like this one here. They're fantastic art instructors. They do some amazing stuff. So if you want to take some of these projects, you can only do it with one of my art instructors. So check on the website. There might be one near you, and if you're interested in becoming an art instructor, check out our website, same website, brownthomasart.com, and you can get more information on how you can join my art team. We're building this team up with some great art instructors. Every day we get people contacting us about these programs, and we now have a payment plan system, so you can pay payments to start doing something that I've always wanted to do. And we have so many great benefits in becoming one of our instructors. Okay. I'd love to have you join my team and going around the country and spreading the magic. Okay, so there we go. I think that's enough trees back here. Again, it's all up to you. How much mist you want to see. Okay. I'm going to throw in. This is a little closer now, so I want to throw in some highlights back here. So let's take a little CADMIUM light. And we're going to try to not add any medium to this. If we can get away with not adding any medium, let's pick up a little bit of phthalo yellow green. I'll take a little bit of that color too. And we can see if we get anything showing. I want to add a little amazing white. Okay. Alrighty, there we go. These are in a distance, but they're still close enough to where you should see some little nice little details. Alrighty, there we go. Okay, hopefully I can see what I'm doing. Sometimes these studio lights will blind you a little bit where you can't really see what you're doing. I tried to make sure we toned down the lights this season so that way you could see the painting, because before we would make these lights so strong that it would bleach out the color, so nobody could see the details or the colors we was adding into these. So hopefully this time you can see all the beautiful little textures and things we got going on. Okay, so if you want to bring these out even more, you can do that. It's all up to you. We'll take a little more yellow. We can even take a little bit of this titanium white. No medium. There's still a little amazing white still in there. If we need to, we can maybe have to add a little dot more. All I was going to do is thin it up just a little bit, so it'll stick. And if we need a little bit more, we'll add a little bit more. Okay. Alright, there we go. I don't want too much going on back here. Just enough to where you can see what's going on back here. Okay, so there we go. I think that's good enough. So you can take it out however far you want to go. Maybe you want this to be more in the autumn time. You can make some nice oranges and browns back in there. Okay, we go back into the 1-inch brush. We'll grab a little titanium white. And we'll just tap the brush into it. Ooh. Okay. And we can just tap. And again, this is going to allow me to break up some of this heavy color. That way when I come back in to blend it down a little bit to add some more finer mist and fog, because I can get that. Okay, I got some paper towels here in my apron. Let's grab a little paper towel and wipe off a little bit. Just wipe off just a little bit. This way that the little bit of color that's on this paper towel is not going back up there. Okay, so we want to keep this as clean as possible. So anytime we wipe off the paint and it comes on here, that's not going to be on here. So there we go. So just wipe off. We'll take a little bit of titanium white. We can grab a little tiny dot of amazing white, and I mean just a little bit of amazing white. That's on there. Okay, go back down to the palette. Anytime you touch that dark again, wipe it off. Okay. Now you're not going to be able to get this as clean and pretty mist as possible because everything's wet. But once you let this dry and you come back, that's whenever you get some beautiful fog. We'll take that beautiful soft hake brush and then come back here and just softly soften it down. I'm using one corner. Okay, soften it down. Okay, I got another clean fan brush. Anytime you use a brand new brush, you're gonna get little hairs. So pick these up. These are a fine goat hair is what the hake brush is made of. It's the finest hair you can get for a brush. Little amazing white. And if we got some nice little dirty spots in here, we can just take this and scrub it out. Work down and build up. That way you're not pouring any more of that dirty color back down into it. Okay. And just wiping, I always have a paper towel in my other hand. This is so I can keep wiping the brush. Okay, now you start seeing now we're right up into the dark spot. So we're going to make this even thinner. And barely touch it. And I didn't wipe off. See, I didn't wipe it off there after I came back up in there, but I can wipe it out. But this is a great start to whenever it's dry. And you can make it really throw in some beautiful. Beautiful fog. Okay, and that's pretty good. That's a good start. Anytime you let something dry, make sure you always use your hake brush to pat it down just a little bit. That way you don't have a hard edge. Okay, and we can just soften this all down just a little bit. Okay, so now I want to start working on our cherry blossom tree, whatever you want to call it. And to do that, throw this away real quick. We're going to use a fan brush and we're going to map out the tree. I'm going to take a little alizarin crimson and I'm going to take a little bit of the red, NAPTHOL, on one corner, and I come in here and I can scrub in where I want this tree to start. And maybe as this tree goes all around, it can go any way you want it to go. And then I will take another paper towel. I can get a paper towel. Okay. And I will wipe off this brush too, because now we grab some of this dirty stuff. This is the part that where we're just scrubbing in everything. Okay, so there's our tree. We've mapped out the tree. It's a huge tree, but it's such a beautiful tree. I love them. Then we can just take this brush and just continue to scrub in the design. Okay. This technique of having your trees mapped out like this first and then build up to your branches and stuff will create a much better and more realistic looking tree. Okay, I'll get a little bit more crimson. And I'm using the crimson because it's my darkest red, but I'm not using it at its full strength. I'm just using a little bit and letting the amazing white tone it down. Okay. Right now it looks like just a big old pink blob up here, but it'll look like a tree here soon. Okay, so we got our idea of where our tree's going to be. We'll take some of this green here and we can map out where our land is going to go. I'm going to have some land there, and I'm going to have some land here. Okay. So now we kind of got this mapped out pretty good. We just need to, I'll take a clean 1-inch brush. I'm just going to blend this out, just so that way I don't have hard edges of stuff hanging around. Okay. Alright, so we got as much as we can get done in this episode. So we're going to cut this one off, and we'll have to go back into the next video. So next week we'll build this tree on out, completely build this out. I think I might even show you how to do an eagle up here. That'd be very interesting, because you can do it so many mountain paintings that we've already done in the past to really make a whole new painting. Little eagles can make a big difference in a painting. So I think we'll finish this tree up. We'll probably throw some stuff over here, and that'll be it for this painting. I thank you for joining me today. Make sure you please subscribe, share, and like these videos. Please comment below. Like us on Facebook, all of our other social media pages, so you can get updates and maybe some live stuff going on. Actually done a little bit of a live video today. I didn't even know we was even doing a bit of a live show. But if you're on Facebook and you're one of my friends or on our Facebook page, you can see little things like that goes on with the show. Visit BradThomasArt.com for more helpful tips and other videos, and to find an instructor near you. This one here is almost ready for the art gallery, and so is yours. And I'll see you real soon.